Peter says, recently caught Peterlings from my collection, watch them dance and sing. Peter says, the most reassuring thing about unaffiliated multimedia ventures which use well-established and commercially owned intellectual properties in their material is that they are exceedingly difficult to monetize at the industrial scale without contractual permission from the property owner. Any amount of enjoyment derived from interaction with these items displaces the need to purchase commodities. As end users, we are the party that benefits the most from minimizing the economic and psychological control that we exchange for tangible goods and desirable experiences. I recognize that under current circumstances, the overwhelming majority of media content, technology, and related services is produced solely for short-term economic profit. This paradigm is already taken for granted and could very well remain until the end of what we would recognize as society. However, there seems to be a heightened awareness of the growing discrepancy between the cost of these transactions to the user and the benefit gained from them. As an example, let's look at services used for multiplayer engagement over the internet, limiting our focus to a single offender, Nintendo. This organization has deliberately dismembered itself for fear of letting people play the games they published in the past. This includes games which have already been paid for, as the official support of many services for wireless interaction over DS, Wii, and Super Famicom have been terminated. The 3DS and Wii U are soon to join. The important part of this example is that most of these terminated services are still playable through unofficial means thanks to unpaid congregations of fans. The efficiency at which these volunteers provide for the global demand of supplementary patches, scripts, servers, and more is not what one would expect from people operating without the resources and structure that the formal industry supposedly provides. The freedom from these provisions is actually what empowers their success. At my current point in time, a majority of the world has access to an ever-growing wellspring of data, including an uncountable number of past examples and even long-kept trade secrets. Not all of this data is valuable, but it equalizes the capabilities of amateurs in comparison to professionals by some unknown amount. This information will always be available, no matter how many DMCA takedowns or cease and desist orders are issued. It only requires one conveniently situated archivist to replant this knowledge in some other substrate, that we may partake in its fruit in perpetuity. Peter says, like every particle oscillates in excitement, this realization is ingrained as deep within my being as the impetus for survival. The ambassador of information is obliged to assist in this effort as a result of his intrinsic nature. On the cosmic scale of deep time, the number of opportunities granted to each of us as individuals is destined towards growth.